Good morning, YouTube. I'm currently by the Westmount Mall in Edmonton, and I just took a photo shot of the items that I bought by Safeway once again with my gift card. I really don't have much left on my card. I have like around $15 left. But let me tell you, the $100 gift card was worth it. Within these past 3 days, might sound greedy, but hey, it's better than Dollarama gift card or Tim Hortons gift card or McDonald's gift card. I know for a fact that fast food areas like that $100 wouldn't last. It might last me for up to like a good 48 hours depending on what I buy, and it's not filling, right? But the stuff that I bought at Safeway is so filling. Like it keeps you full all day long. Like you'd have one meal and that is it. You're done for the day. You can literally eat like as much as you want, like in the morning, and that is it. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm really a healthy eater, but everything I munch on, you guys will be like, this girl is actually a healthy eater, but whatever she's eating is like so good. And so I'm just waiting for Dollarama to open so that way I can buy the salmon, the pink salmon can that's in their store. Because the one in Safeway is like around $5 to $6, but the one in Dollarama is around like $2.25 or $2.50. So I'm saving from there. I did wanted to buy a raisin bagel by Dollarama as well, because I was hoping that it would come down to like $1.75 or whatever, I don't know. But the fact that they're still closed and whatever, and I wasn't able to like compare the prices, I bought this at Safeway either way. It was actually on sale, 50% off for like $2.75. Was it? Let's see here. Yeah, so it turned out to be $2.97, right? And I saved $1.82, which is kind of weird because I thought I saw it for like $2, like around $2.50. And they said something that I was going to save like around $2.60. I don't know, but it turns out that on my receipt is something else. But yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you what I bought. Okay, and so I bought a raisin bagel. I know, like as a youth or in my childhood, I wasn't a fan of raisin bagels. I wasn't a fan of raisins, like anything with dried raisins or whatsoever. I wasn't a fan. But like until I grew up, I kind of like got mature in taste, right? And so I started liking raisin, and I tried raisin bread. Sometimes I would even like put it with the, of course I'll toast it, but sometimes I'll eat it like with the peanut butter when it's toasted. So like the peanut butter would just melt, and I'll add like some butter on top, or just before adding the peanut butter and whatever. I love peanut butter. And so yeah, so I got myself specifically raisin bagel because I was craving for something sweet, right? Of course, I got my banana. Banana, for those like, some people would say, oh my gosh, you're eating bananas. Because everywhere I go around here, I'm always munching on some bananas. Like, I'm sure that there's like regular customers that stop by in the areas that I go to, and they always see me munching on banana. So the reason why I love bananas, well, I've always loved bananas, by the way, but they're filled with potassium, right? So as a vagrant, right, and if you don't have enough food to eat, to kind of reduce the whole level no, to kind of reduce the whole idea of minimizing your potassium, and you'll start like shaking a little bit. Just munch like two bananas a day and you should be good. The majority of the bananas around like in the food market are like 25, I'd say like around 30 cents each. But yeah, I was always aiming for like 25 cents for a banana because that's all I had at the time. But yeah, banana is filled with potassium. Yeah, and I remember I was watching a show like many years ago, or it might have been like a bit over a decade, or exactly a decade, I can't remember. I was watching a series on TLC, and you know, like TLC will show all kinds of obese people, how they have such of like incapacity of taking care of themselves, and they also show like videos of people, they're not that obese, but they have like such a bad healthy way of eating, and they're trying to lose weight and so on. And they also show the process of them like struggling before proceeding. Some of them, they end up losing or achieving a little bit than what they expected. But yeah, and so eventually, okay, I came across a series of this girl who's anorexic, and like anorexia is actually a disorder, and also a mental health disorder as well, because like what's going on in your mind for you to just prevent yourself from eating or to exercise and to make yourself lose a lot of weight, and you see your skeletons and so on. That's crazy. So basically this girl, okay, she's anorexic, and it's like a form of mental disorder, because she would say that she would run up and down the stairs consistently every day. She would eat a meal, but like a little small portion, and then force herself to throw up. And yeah, eventually she had to face the consequences regarding her health. She started to have a seizure, right? So seizure, for those who don't know, it's like when you start like uncontrollably shaking, right? And your mind is like elsewhere, because you know, like your body couldn't handle the whole idea of yourself not getting enough minerals and vitamins in your body. Well, of course, there's actually different causes that will actually launch a seizure. But yeah, in her case, it's regarding to a lack of potassium. So yeah, they said that the doctor said, oh, this girl, potassium level is increasingly low, and so what they suggest is for her to consume a lot more potassium. And of course, they gave her a dose of potassium. That way, like things like her seizure would calm down, and she would feel a lot better, and so on. But not just potassium, like all kinds of like minerals, water, fluids, and vitamins that needed to be like in her system. But potassium is one of those that she lacked. And so from there, I was like, oh, okay, now I see. Whenever, you know, it's like saying like an apple keeps a doctor away, but a banana also keeps a doctor away. And so yeah, so I got myself a banana. You know, it's like a side snack. And I also got myself a peach. Of course, I can't not run away with a banana without a peach. And of course, I'm looking forward to build myself a sandwich with the salmon. So I got myself a Fresh Leaf. That's the brand, Fresh Leaf. But the type of salad or leaf this is actually sprouts. It's called alfalfa sprouts, or alfalfa luzerne sprouts. Right, right. Okay. Oh no, Luzerne is actually in French, Luzerne, but in English it's called alfalfa. So yeah, so it turns out to be alfalfa sprouts. This is what it is, and this is how it looks like. I know that you guys see the reflection of it, so it's kind of hard for you to kind of see exactly like, but it's basically sprouts, like bean sprouts that's grown a bit more than just the regular sprouts itself. And of course, I got myself some natural. I know it's actually called mature cheddar style. Sorry, it's written differently. Of course, it's my handwriting, but yeah, the kind of handwriting that I have. But it's called mature cheddar style. Cheese. This is cheese, and there's like how many slices? Yeah, so there's 10 slices, and yeah. Oh, I didn't know. No wonder it's a lot more expensive. It's 100% vegan. 100% vegan. It says it right here. 100% vegan. And the brand, for those vegans who want to know, that the brand is Violife. Violife, and just below it says 100% vegan. Yeah, the type of cheese is actually mature cheddar style, alternative to cheese. That's what it says. It says free from dairy, soya, gluten, lactose, nuts, preservatives as well. And it says that it's mixed with coconut oil. And for those who don't know, regarding coconut oil, like in my tea, I'm a lot creative as well. I barely add any sweet to my tea, like any sugar or brown sugar. If I were to add some sweet to my tea, it would be honey, not brown sugar or white sugar. It's just honey, pure honey. But the majority of the time, I would just add like a shot of natural apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. Of course, I shake it up before adding into my tea. I would add a teaspoon of coconut oil. So for those who don't know the actual purpose of coconut oil is actually a remedy that can help. No, that can be used as an antibiotic, and it also helps with inflammatory. So it's also considered to be an anti-inflammatory. And what else? Yeah, so that's basically it. That's why I add coconut oil, like a teaspoon of coconut oil inside my tea. I would add what else? Some black chia tea in my, what I like, because it's filled with protein. Actually, black chia tea is like filled with protein. What else do I add in my tea? Yeah, that's basically it. Like, that's the basics that I add in my tea. Yeah, if there's like any kind of protein, I would just throw it in there. But like I said, like chia tea or chia black tea is actually filled with protein, so that is one. I don't drink that kind of tea every day. I can just go with red rose tea, black tea, white tea, Earl Grey tea, green tea, you know what I mean? And I just follow the same procedure: a shot of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of coconut oil. And so basically you just kind of let that sizzle down, and the apple cider vinegar, kind of replaces the whole lemon and lime, and it's a lot more beneficial compared to limes and lemons, because it actually helps the whole boosting up the acid in your gut. That's one. Fighting any kind of bacteria in your gut. that's two. But the reason on why it helps fight the bacteria in your gut is because it increases the acid in your gut. That way it gives a lot more power to help break down the bacteria that's in your gut. And on top of that is also what else? An alkalizer. So it helps cleanse out your body, right, of all of the toxin. And so, oh yeah, ginger. I would add ginger in my tea. So ginger, okay, it helps with your blood circulation. So if you have any like blood clots, look at me as a Jamaican saying blood clots. But yeah, but if you have any blood clots, okay, like it's kind of like a knot, right? Like a knot in your blood cells where the blood kind of there's like a blockage that prevents the blood to go through. And so ginger is actually a remedy where it helps with your blood circulation and yada yada yada. So if you were to like work out and stuff like that, drink plenty of ginger. You don't have to over exaggerate. You can actually drink ginger beer or the kombucha ginger soda that I've mentioned not yesterday, but the day on my birthday. And yeah, and that will help with your blood circulation, right? You want things to get flowing. You want to see results fast. So there you go. There you have it. And I took this is a $4.99 snack that I bought. It's actually the brand is Black Diamond Combo. I took the combo. So it's with old cheddar cheese, and the nuts and berries that's inside is sea salted roasted cashews and cherry infused dried cranberries. That's what it is. So I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna take this. But however, I was actually looking for something different. I was actually looking for the one with cashews and almonds with the cranberry and cheese, of course. But yeah, they turned out that they didn't have it. So this can last me for like 2 days. All of this can last me for two to 3 days. So and of course this cost me $1.25. What was it? Was it $1.25? No, it's actually $1.49. I swear they have to change the prices because yeah, I think there's like some kind of inflation that just happened right now. And so it was written $1.25, but it turned out that it's $1.50. So it went up 25 cents more. So yeah, and so the brand is Montelier. Montelier is actually a French word. And yeah, the flavor is grapefruit and it's carbonated natural spring water. Yeah, so like I said, the day on my birthday is that if I'm not drinking kombucha, like I would drink like spring water, like just pure spring water. Yeah, that's what it is. So what time is it? It's actually 11:57 and Dollarama's is about to open in 3 minutes. Yeah. And I have myself a bag, obviously, to put this stuff in. And so, of course, we have to take care of our planet. So we have paper bags. And so, yeah, that's what it is. I wonder what they're gonna do with these, because they're plastic, and it's these bags are surrounded like by the vegetable and fruits and organic stuff, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead. I was actually planning to munch on this, but I'm like, you know what? I'll just like film something for my YouTube and talk about what I'm eating, because every other video ever since I was a Vagrant, I'm always eating something. Yeah, but that's actually the whole purpose, because I really believe that the main reason on why like vagrants would ask for change, some is mostly for drugs, yeah, but some of them is just that they don't have food, period. Like they do not have food. So like they just kind of like build this habit of trying to like pick foods from other people and whatever because they don't have the money. But when you just know the resources that your province have to offer to the vagrants, but not just the vagrants, those in their local who might be struggling due to inflation, or just in general, like they're there to help. And yeah, like anywhere you go, there's free food, to be honest. Even in Quebec, but I believe that in Quebec, like where I'm from, their services are a lot different and they're not as advanced compared to like what I see here in Alberta. But basically what I wanted to say regarding the comparison between Alberta and Quebec is that the time when I moved back to Quebec towards the end of 2018. And so, yeah, it was a long journey, right? So I'd say like around 2020 during the pandemic, or towards the end of around the mid of 2019, right? So I was basically 20 jumping into 21. I can't remember. I was born in 1998, so you do the math. And so basically I did try to file in a contract for income support, right? And it's to help out with my rent and for schooling and stuff like that. And so basically for some reason I didn't necessarily understand the whole purpose of getting consent from my parents, which is my dad, because my mom passed away when I was 7, right? And yeah, just looking back, I believe that it was very weird because in general, during that time, I've never had someone to actually guide me through the whole income support journey for myself to kind of sustain myself. Yeah, and so basically the statistics, right, really did put me in doubt during the time, because I was literally telling myself, hey, okay, like, what's going on? Like, why is it that she's recommending such a low price to give out as a benefit, knowing for a fact that, like, how is it possible? Like, how is it possible for me to work like 20 hours and to live off like only $700, right? I told myself that because I said to myself, like, how am I supposed to kind of like have some sort of money on the side to save as like an emergency fund and stuff like that. So like in my mind, I believe that normally they would give you like extra income support so that you can save some money on the side, but I'm not too sure that works that way either way. But as a youth and as someone who's just turning an adult, so for people to just kind of cross me over and say such and such and put you in a position where you have to remain as a dependent, knowing that that wasn't the case at all, and to reject something that could have been beneficial, I really believe that was such a scam. That was such a scam. Yeah, and since then I've never like participated in any income support in Quebec ever since then, because I just believe that there's just so many people that's willing to kind of degrade my whole opportunity to obtain something in my pocket for myself to make a proper living, which is unfair. Because I'm 26 years old, I turned 26 a few days ago, and for myself to remain in this situation and to be a vagrant for the third time in my life. The first time that didn't really count, but the whole journey of it made it feel like, you know, I said it once and I'll say it again, a week as a vagrant does feel like a whole month. So like that week I still remember the whole journey, and that's how I was able to get my first apartment, right? And yeah, so that's basically it. But yeah, if I were to be in Quebec right now, I don't know, I probably would be like in a homeless shelter and try, you know, I wouldn't have no choice, or trying to like camp somewhere where I'm not supposed to. It's like you really have to know your resources in order to survive as a vagrant. I think the 211 line is like free for anyone who doesn't have a phone line. A phone service. Yeah, you can just simply call 211 and they can just give you all the information. And even by the food bank, they also give you all the information that you need for mental health, for homeless shelter, and for areas where you can actually take showers or eat, right? So I told you guys about the Bissell Center and the food bank. Hey guys, so I just came back from Dollarama. Right now it is 12:18 p.m. And so if I bring my bag here with the receipts, okay. So the price, the total came up to $11.63. And so I got myself some O. Henry, my favorite. I got myself some, what do you call this? Okay, so it's vanilla flavored cream filled wafers. That's what it's called. Got myself some of these so that I can have something to snack on, because normally if I don't have any snacks, I just munch on something bigger, like a whole course meal, and only to realize that my stomach can only handle some snacks, not a whole course meal, right? And I got myself some dried tomatoes at the Dollarama. I got myself the wild caught pink salmon with skin and bones, right? The skin and bones is edible. It just immediately dissolves in your mouth whenever you chew on it, right? It's not like those solid bones from like big, huge fish. Of course, salmon is a huge, big fish, but what I meant is that they basically, was it roasted? I wonder if it was roasted or something. Yeah, because normally when you roast fish, okay, like the bones can turn out to be like edible, right? After a certain amount of degrees heated. And of course, I got myself some Kraft dinner. The one that you just kind of put it in the microwave and you just take it and go. And I got myself a corn. Yes, everything is well sealed. Everything is well sealed. But like I said, you can go to food bank and they can give you a can opener. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is to make my salmon. I'll be using my salmon, not everything though. I might just preserve some for tomorrow or later on during the day, but I'll be using this. I'll be using my dried tomato that I got at Dollarama. Of course, my bagel, my bean sprout salad, And what did I say? What did I say the day on my birthday? That I'm definitely gonna use the mayonnaise that I took the day on my birthday for something else. And this is something else. This is something else that I took today, and I'll be end up using these. I might use one instead of all three or two. Yeah. Of course, I'll be munching on this on the side, but I'm just gonna show you basically what I'm gonna use for the sandwich. And of course, my cheese. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Yeah, and yeah, that's basically it, guys. And I got my drink right here, so no, you know what? Let me just keep that on the side here. I was about to put it on the floor, but I got myself some napkins. I did show it to you yesterday, but I think I might have cut that clip out of my video that I posted. So I'm basically going to use a napkin as a plate so that I can just create my sandwich, right? Because basically my sandwich is something that you just pick up and you grab and eat. Yeah, something that you grab and eat. And yeah, but I have to be careful with this dried tomato though, because I'm sure, is this water, preserved in water or oil? Yeah, there you go. So it's preserved in olive oil. So I'm gonna end up making some kind of mess that I don't want to make. So let's double it. Let's double it down. I'm sure I can get some napkins elsewhere. Who cares? It's free. You know, I'm saving money. I'm saving about $5 by taking napkins from left, right, and center. But yeah, so let's start off with the salmon. Let's open this real quick. And there's actually a sink in this cafeteria mall where you can drain like your juice or whatever. So I'll be draining the excess juice from the salmon in the can. Whoa. Ooh, damn, girl. Your girl is... Ugh. This is really hard. No, I think it might have been bent in the, like, under all of the stuff that was above this. But damn, this thing is really hard to open. What a struggle. Whew. Girl. Okay, yeah, so basically, I'll just keep this aside and I'll just come and go to drain this. I'll just press pause. Okay, so I just drained it. Oh, shoot. Let me just remove my hat and my mask. Yeah. So that's what it is. This is what it looks like from the inside. Similar to tuna, but it's salmon. Called differently, slightly differently. For those who might thought it was raw fish, no, it's not raw fish. One mayo packet was enough. I normally add 2 shots instead of 1. Let's keep this aside. Let's open this. My dried tomatoes. It smells so good. Obviously, it smells like tomato juice, but it's not. This is how the container looks like. Very creative. Open this. There's actually 10 slices, but let me try one to see how it tastes like. I'm not a fan. Maybe it's because it's vegan. It's vegan, so they lack different flavors. It's not actual dairy if it's vegan, because dairy comes from actual animals, from like cows, goat, or what else? Yeah, it comes from milk, really, from a cow or a goat or wherever. So yeah, it has like a different taste to it. It kind of gives that just regular cheese that you use for your French toast. Those cheese I'm not that big of a fan. Okay, so I'm gonna use one bagel. I can use two depending on how hungry I am. And delicious this serves. Okay, let's put that there. And of course I'll be using this. Just turn this around. Okay, so I'll just add the cheese to cover the hole, and I'm actually using the cheese that I bit from. Gonna add some of the salmon. Okay. It's really not that bad. Let me add more cheese. Of course, I'm not a fan of the cheese, but the cheese with all the other flavors would definitely taste good, I believe. And so now let's add some dried tomatoes. There's a lot of oil in this. Yeah, nowadays Dollarama is actually, selling a lot of good stuff, like good quality stuff. So if you're a cheap person and you look rich, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. Okay, so that should be enough. 3 pieces of dried tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes. See, I'm making a mess everywhere. You want to know something? I should add the sprouts underneath first. I'm grabbing some with my hands. Adding onto and then I'll be adding the dried tomatoes. Would be best to add the dried tomatoes. And there's no extra sauce added to the sandwich, except for the salmon. Yeah, and this is my sandwich. This is how it looks like. That was delicious. Okay, so now I'll be eating some of these. Just put these two in here. Take one. And of course, I'm just gonna open the whole pack. Yes, I'll be eating these with two O. Henry. Let me clear my table. So yeah. So like I said, there's cheddar cheese, white cheddar cheese, cranberry, and cashew. Sea salted roasted cashew. It's so good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and eat my own Henry's. That was delicioso. Let me just take another O. Henry.
Another one.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sure in the States, in the United States, it would have been Spanish and English. But here in Canada, like everything is either English or French. And I'm perfectly bilingual. Like my first language is French, and I've been in a French school like up until like kindergarten up until grade 11. So yeah.
Another one. Another one.
This is my fourth O. Henry. I'm still not used to eating like little bars. Like look at this. It's exactly an inch long. Like I'm not so used to eating, you know, like little bars of O. Henry. Like it has to be like this long, right? The whole package.
Another one. Another one.
I actually took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that 5? 6. I'm gonna eat 2 more. Eating the whole pack. The whole pack.
It's like another one, honey, 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 every 5 seconds on my phone, asking me for something.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna show you my trash, yep, that's what I have here. Let me just put everything in my garbage bag. What time is it? It's actually 12:56. So it's been what, a good 2 hours that I've been here. When I came here it was like around 11 o'clock. Guys, so here you have it. I'm currently in Tim Hortons, different day, but yeah, that's all for this morning. Okay, that's all what I have in the box, my lunch box, and so on. It actually lasted for a good, I'd say like three days. Was it 3 days that I had it? Like 3 to 4 days. But yeah, I didn't have much in there, to be honest. It lasted for a good amount of time, and I think it was just today or yesterday that I shot away the stuff, like the access bag and receipts and so on. But that's what it is.